Previously on Generations, Rain and Jack got caught sneaking in the backyard to get into the jacuzzi. Now, Rain looks tired, but honey, she also looks willing. I just got one question. How do we get to the jacuzzi scene? We're going to have to rewind this and take this back because last time So here we are a couple of days before we caught Jack and Rain sneaking off to the hot tub. And here's Karen flirting with Jack. Now Jack know Karen like him. And Jack know Jack don't like Karen in that way. But he doesn't say anything to her because he doesn't want to hurt her feelings. Well, Jack don't realize it, or maybe he does, but this is detrimental to their friendship. This is detrimental to Karen. Like, it's not fair for her to be led on because essentially that's what he's doing. Maybe he's doing it intentionally to get attention and kind of flag Rain and say, hey, somebody else like me. Or maybe he's just naive to the fact that she keeps throwing herself out there and he keeps allowing her to do it because she thinks that he likes her in that way. But whatever the case, whatever the motives, it isn't a good look for Jack, for Karen, not even for Rain. I mean, if he's so worried about hurting her feelings because they're friends, if you can't be honest with someone you love enough to call friends, they're not your friend. So now Rain done walked in, she see that they're flirting, and she's just like, yo, what is this? Rue's telling me you like me. I think you like me. I like you, but it's just kind of like now you're flirting with Karen again. So she goes in the hallway and she just kind of calms herself down because she know how Karen gets when it comes to Jack. And she's like, Karen, come over here. Let me talk to you for a second. And so Karen gets up and she goes over and she's like, let me just tell you, girl, stop throwing yourself at Jack because Jack don't want you. Jack don't like you like that. Jack only sees you as a friend and you look stupid when you like try to flirt with him and he don't really like you like that. And Kara's like, girl, you don't know what you're talking about. Like, and then Rain's like, girl, I'm just trying to help you. You just don't understand. I'm trying to help you. And so she was just like, you know what? Go on. Get out of my face. Get out of my face. I don't even want to talk to you no more. So then Rain, she's just like, come here, let me talk to you, Jack. And she's telling Jack, she's like, Jack, you need to tell her. He was like, yeah, I know. She's like, no, I don't think you do. Because she really likes you. And if you're entertaining her flirting with you, then she's going to further think that you like her. And he's like, yeah, I'll talk to her. So then we're going to fast forward. And so now we got uh, Rain sitting down watching her favorite cooking show. Rue get ready to come in there and join her. Now Rue got a bowl of whatever Rain cooked. Rain and Rue's apartment is like the go-to spot to get food because Rain know how to cook. Even Karen come up there and get food. And we see Jack getting food too. Jack done got him a bowl or whatever it is. It might be like a fruit parfait or something like that. I don't think she has chili yet. I don't think she can make that yet. But they're just sitting there shooting the shit. And then Jack is like, y'all, let's go to the lounge. And Rain's like, I can do that, but I'm gonna have to change my clothes. And he's like, oh, don't worry about it. I just jogged. I gotta change my clothes too. And Ruth was like, you know what? I just finished my food. I'm down to go. I can go and I can do my bit and we can all hang out and have fun. And Rain was like, yeah, I think that'd be an awesome time. She said, let me go ahead and change my clothes. Rue, you can call the Uber and then we can get to the lounge. And boom, here we are at the lounge. Rue looking out the window because she was patiently waiting for the lady with the violin to finish her little solo so she can get up and do her bit. But the lady with the violin didn't want to move. So Rue was like, okay, I'm going to have to just go ahead and take the mic. So that's what she did. She was just like, you ain't getting up. I'm going to go ahead and take the mic. Rain sat down because she was waiting on Jack to come through. I'm pretty sure Jack was at the bar getting him a drink. And there go Ruth. She up there doing her bit while the lady is playing her violin. You got people throwing tips, but I don't know exactly who's doing what to whom. But there go Rain talking to some old random lady, but they having a really good conversation. Jack come over there and he introduced himself to the lady as well. And they all talking and whatnot. Then Jack goes to sit down and he like, throwing all these different compliments and stuff to Rain and kind of being all sweet towards her, even though they're all collectively talking in the group. Like he's like throwing little compliments to her every once in a while. And so the guy who's sitting down now, he come over, he like, yo, is that your girlfriend? And Jack was like, no, that ain't my girlfriend. And dude with the afro was like, well, the way y'all talking, I thought that was your boo. He was like, nah, we just good friends and stuff. But maybe one day. And Rain was just like, wait, what you talking about? So Jack go sit over there by her and he was like, maybe one day. And she was like, well, what does that mean? And he was like, I don't know. What do you think it means? So then they all just kind of talk a little bit more, nothing too serious. They just keep talking. And Rain just kind of sitting there like, thinking like, exactly what does that mean? So here we are, the night passes, they eventually go home, do what they do, they go to bed and stuff like that. And then we fast forward through the night and also through the day. And then we get to the next day, and it's about evening time. You know, Jack get on the phone and he called Rue while Rue, I mean not Rue, he called Rain. He get on the phone and he calling Rain while Rain at work. And he like, I have something important I need to talk to you about. Can I talk to you? And she was like, oh my gosh, what's going on? Is Rue okay? Is my brother okay? And he was like, no, 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 it ain't like that. He said, it's just something important and I'd rather talk to you about it in person. He said, when you get off of work, is it possible that we can meet up at the bar? And she was like, yeah, that's fine. So then he's like, all right, then I'm gonna go ahead and get myself dressed and I'll meet you there. And she's like, oh, but I'm gonna be in my work clothes. And he was just like, you look beautiful no matter what you wear. And he smelled himself and he was like, mm. So here they are at the bar, they hugging each other, and Jack is like, we've been friends for a long time. She's like, yeah. He was like, I like you, right? And she was just like, really? He was like, yeah, I like you. She's like, Jack, we're friends. I like you too. And he was like, nah, I like you. And she was like, oh, like that. He was like, yeah. She was like, ooh, I really don't know what to say. And he was like, don't worry about it. Listen, we're friends, right? Come on, let's take a picture. She was like, oh, okay. So they took a selfie. And then she get all excited and she was just like, well, how much do you like me? And he was like this. She was like, really? He was like, yeah. He said, I don't think you really understand. Hold on, let me. Okay, I was just checking. My mom, she was texting me and stuff, I talk to her about you all the time, because I like you. She's like, oh, I like you too, Jack. I didn't even, I kind of felt that you liked me, but you know, I was always afraid to kind of come out and be honest about how I felt about you. And he was like, girl, you ain't got to be afraid. I'm telling you right now, I am head over heels about you. I've been that way for a long time. And you ain't got to worry about nobody else. I'm just saying. It's like, okay. But listen, I want to give you the world if you let me. She's like, boy. So he gives her a kiss on the cheek. And then he grabs her by the waist and he's like, I want you to know I like you. And then she's like, whew. Boy, I gotta change my underwear. Oh my goodness. I wasn't expecting that. Ooh. So they go back to the house. Jack actually ended up spilling the drink on his clothes, the one that he stuck in his pocket. So he had to change his outfit. But they are up at Rain's apartment, and it's a little awkward right now. They both kind of profess their attraction towards each other, and they're not quite sure where to go because they know each other. So, like, getting to know each other is not really something that they need to do. So they're like, where do we go from here? And so Rain's like, okay, well, I guess let me just go in and talk to him. And she's like, are you okay, Jack? And he was like, yeah, she said, I just wanted to check and make sure. He was like, yeah, I'm just nervous now. I've been wanting to tell you this for a long time, and I finally told you, and I don't know where to go from there. And she said, you know what? Let's go sit down. Let's start there. And he was like, that's not a bad idea.
Yeah, Blanche, my for love has come alive. My lonely days are over. Yeah, seems the flag is slush. Oh, yes, yes, yeah, Blanche. The school's got me removed. My heat where it kept in cleaver. Zinaim yalush avu. Yafwa zadim zevia kasputu. Zadim zevia kirkaf mazo. Yafush latim tapush machivu. Lativ them yo bani manov. Oh yes, yes. Vusma. Oh, azim las fulas cast. Ahi villa ben heshlen. Fa vulamayim ya Blanche.
So the next day, Karen comes upstairs to have breakfast. And she's telling Rue, she's like, yo, I don't understand why Jack keep playing hard to get. Like, I keep throwing myself at him, and I don't know what's going on. And Rue was like, girl, what are you smoking? Jack don't like you like that. Jack has never liked you like that. Jack like Rain. Like, you gonna have to get that through your head that Jack like Rain, okay? And Jack don't like you like he like Rain. Like, y'all gonna be friends if you want to continue to stay friends with Jack. But if you trying to be Jack's woman, it ain't gonna happen. And Karen was like eating and processing, and she just got so upset that she got up from the table. She's like, "Oh, I lost my appetite." And so she go into the kitchen and she, washes her dishes and stuff, and then she just had a breakdown right there at the sink. She was just like, "Yo, I can't do this." And Rue, like, thinking to herself, she's like, maybe I was a little too harsh. Maybe I shouldn't have been as honest. And it's just like, no, honesty is always the best policy. I'm going to tell her that there's other fish out there and she deserves happiness. That's what I'm going to tell her. So she, like, telling Karen, she's like, girl, there is a man out there who's going to love you and be head over heels for you. But you won't know that if you sitting here being fixated on somebody who does not want you. And she was like, "You think so?" And she was like, "Yes, I know so." So then, everyone's up. They've all gotten dressed, and Rain's in her bathroom. And then she come out of her bedroom so she can get some food. And she noticed Karen in her kitchen. And Karen, she done already ate, but so now she's trying to act like she busy. So she act like she pretend like she making coffee and stuff. Rain don't care at this point. She's just like, you know what, I'm gonna go and eat because I gotta go to work, and I'm not gonna worry about Karen right now. So Karen's still pretending that she making coffee because she know that Jack gonna come up and get food. He gonna come up and get breakfast. So then he ain't came up yet. So then she decided to come into the living room and sit down. But as soon as she go into the living room, here come Jack. And sure enough, he came and got food, just like Karen thought he would. Well, everyone goes up there and get the food, because Rain can throw down in the kitchen. So Rain done eating. She go into the kitchen, and when she passes Jack, when he go to sit down in the living room, she kind of give him that look. Now Jack know, because he done already had this talk with Rain, that he needs to talk to Karen. That's why he's sitting his butt right now in that hallway, because he trying to avoid conflict, y'all. But Rain was like, she wasn't having it. She said, "Listen, I didn't talk to you and told you that whatever you're doing is convincing Karen that you want to be with her, and that ain't happening. We done already did some things. So I'm telling you right now, if you don't tell her that y'all are just friends, because I don't mind y'all being friends, but if you allow her to try to take it beyond friendship, or if you're leading her on and making her think that y'all can be more than just friends, then what we have won't work. It can't work. It ain't gonna work." So she telling Jack, "You need to get up out this hallway. You need to go over there and you need to talk to her." And you're like, "All right, all right. Let me go ahead and finish my food and I'll go over there and talk to her." She said, "I ain't gonna go on there with y'all because I got to go to work. But I'm just letting you know right now, when I come home, you will have to need to have had that talk with her." So he get up and he like, "Okay, all right, Karen, come here, girl. I gotta talk to you for a second." So she go and sit down next to Jack, and Jack started kind of explaining to her, that they're friends and stuff. Meanwhile, Rue done went into the kitchen with Rain. Rain told Rue what's going on. Rue come sit down. She nosy as hell. She come sit down, and just around the time that Jack is telling Karen, like, "Yo, you can't be flirting with me no more. You gotta chill on that. We friends and you can't do that." She's like, "Fine, whatever." So they get changed and they go to work. And Rue, like, that's actually went a lot better than I expected. I thought maybe Karen was gonna throw like a lamp or something up in here, but I guess not. So then Rue decides she gonna get up and she gonna change her clothes and she gonna go to work as well. So here we are, the night of the hot tub thing. He take her again and like, "I love you, girl. I love you a lot." She's like, "Ooh, I love you too." "Oh man." He was like, "Come on, get in the hot tub with me." She's like, "I'm tired." And he was like, "Come on, man, just come sit in the hot tub. It'll relax you." So here they go, going into the hot tub, and there go Rain. She exhausted, y'all. She's so tired, but she really liked Jack. And now that she can fully express that she really liked Jack, she willing. So they sitting in the tub, right? Rain thinking they getting ready to just, shoot the shit. And then Jack just like, come here, girl. I'm gonna just look. And then take her under the water. Yo, when I tell you this is some hot and heavy stuff right here, you know you doing something hot and heavy when you are under the water for extended periods of time. You got, jet streams of heart-shaped waters spooting up in the air. I don't even know if that's a word, but we're gonna make it a word today because they getting hot and heavy in the hot tub. Oop, and she poked them in the butt. I don't care what anybody say. That arch was a booty poke, and he liked it too. Now I'm gonna say this right here. If I could ever hold my breath underwater long enough to make that kind of explosion, I might just keep me a man. Hell, I might even get married. I think that might happen. That look like that's some skill going on right there. I'm just saying, and I ain't playing. So they done look. Oh, she wore out now. She was tired before, but now she wore out. Jack, he over there feeling himself. She like, yo, I gotta go to bed. I am so tired. He was like, yeah, I know, I understand. And so she get out, she go, and then he get out, and he just like, yo, that happened. It was some magic in the air, in the hot tub, and they had a lot of flair in the hot tub. So here we are, nighttime turned into daytime, and everyone's off work. This is the next day, and Rue's talking to Rain, and then Rain was like telling Rue, like, girl, the hot tub last night. And so she's telling Rue all about the hot tub. Karen overhears it and she gets upset. And so she just red Kool-Aid all up in Rain's face. And I'm like, yo, wait a minute. Where did you get a cup of red Kool-Aid? That was so random. And then this poor guy right here, he just got on the curb. He just walked into the madness. He's like, yo, what's going on here? He like freaking out and stuff. But he don't leave. You see, he stick around because he want to see if it's like a world star, like worthy type, like a Waffle House type thing, getting ready to pop up. So Rain telling Karen, listen, it ain't gonna happen between you and Jack. But I'm telling you now, you throw something else in my face, I'm gonna whoop your ass. I'm just telling you that right now. My apologies. You can't really trust somebody who apologized with that level of calmness. I mean, because after that, Karen started acting weird, y'all. She was seen like scowling and looking evil in the kitchen. She was even having a conversation with somebody on the phone about Jack and Rain. But you couldn't really understand exactly what she was talking about because you could only hear bits and pieces of the conversation. But after she got off of that phone, she started to act weird, smiling for no reason, almost as if she knew things was going to work out for her because she wanted them to. And wait a minute, why is Rue dancing? So we got two people acting weird. I wouldn't necessarily say Rue acting weird because she liked to dance. But just out of the blue, something's going on. Something's going on. So y'all gonna have to meet me in episode 3, baby. And we gonna have to find out together because either something good or something bad about to happen. I don't know. But we're gonna find out in episode 3.